Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Turn on those notification bells, and yeah, we'll hop in it. Very busy slate today as we close out the weekend. Starting with the Detroit Tigers versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 230. Detroit plus 190 with the over-under at 7.5. Detroit 0-2. The Rays 2-0. Pitching for the Tigers is Joey Wentz. Pitching for the Rays is Jeffrey Springs. Wentz, his last 3 starts on the mound last season, only gave up 3 runs. Springs only gave up 4. Detroit, back-to-back losses against Tampa, losing 12-2 yesterday. Brutal loss for them. Not a great start in their first few games. Tampa Bay, on the other hand, they've played very well. They've looked great. Detroit 1-7 against Tampa, 1-4 on the road against Tampa. And I like the way Tampa's played so far. And we're going to roll with the Rays at home. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Washington Nationals. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 185. Washington plus 155 with the over-under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 2-0. Washington 0-2. Pitching for the Braves is Jared Schuster. Pitching for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore. Don't have any info on Schuster, so it looks like he's making his first start. Gore, his last 3 starts on the mound. He's coming off an 8-run game. Was his last game on the mound in July. Not a great start on the mound there, Atlanta. Back-to-back 7-run games here, beating Washington 7-1 and 7-2. They've looked very good to start the season out. 18-2 on the road against Washington, and we're going to roll with the Braves on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as road favorites at minus 140. Baltimore plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-1. Pitching for the Orioles is Cole Irvin. Pitching for Boston is Tanner Houck. Irvin, his last 3 starts on the mound, gave up 0 runs in his last start, but then gave up 3 and then 8 runs. Houck has only given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Baltimore losing 8-9 yesterday. This has been a very high scoring series here. First game 10-9, this one 8-9, and a lot of hits, a lot of runs, and I still think I would take a shot with with Baltimore plus 1.5 on the road, the way this series has looked so far. Next matchup, we've got the San Francisco Giants versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 145. The Giants plus 125 with the over-under at 8.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-1. Giants. Pitching for the Giants is Ross Stripling. Pitching for the Yankees is Johnny Brito. Stripling's last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 6 runs. Brito getting his first start on the mound here. We'll see how well he plays. The Giants beating the Yankees yesterday 7-5, even up their record. The Giants are just 1-5 against the Yankees, so that was their first time against the Yankees in a while. And I still like the Yankees at home, and I'm going to roll with New York in this one. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Miami Marlins. Mets opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Miami plus 100 with the over-under at 8. Pitching Mets coming into this 2-1. Miami 1-2. Pitching for the Mets is Kodai Senga. And then pitching for the Marlins is Trevor Rogers. Looks like Senga getting his first start on the mound here. Rogers, last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 7 runs. Mets coming off a 6-2 win yesterday against Miami. Yeah, Miami really didn't look that great yesterday, and yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna see this Senga guy on the mound, how well he's gonna pitch on his first start, and it's been a flip flop series so far. I think I'm gonna take the Marlins plus 1.5 at home here. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Pittsburgh plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-1. Pitching for the Pirates is Vince Velasquez. And then pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft. Velasquez, his last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 6 runs. Ashcraft, he's given up 16 runs in his last 3 starts. It's been rough for him on the mound last year. Pitt coming off a 6-2 loss yesterday against Cincinnati. Pitt is 8-1 against Cincinnati, 5-1 on the road against Cincinnati. So that was really their first loss against the Reds in a while. Do not like Ashcraft on the mound here, and I'm gonna take a shot with Pirates plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago White Sox versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 170. The White Sox plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. White Sox coming into this 1-2. The Astros 2-1. Pitching for the White Sox is Mike Clevinger. Pitching for the Astros is Luis Garcia. Clevinger, his last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 8 total runs. Garcia's only given up 2 runs. Very good year for Garcia last season. White Sox on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Houston 6-4 and 3-6. Yeah, Houston finally starting to bring it together after that opening day loss. White Sox 2-10 on the road against Houston, where they have struggled. And yeah, I like Garcia on the mound, and I'm gonna roll with the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Kansas City Royals. Twins opening up as road favorites at minus 150. Kansas City plus 135 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Twins is Twins coming into this 2-0. The Royals 0-2. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan. Pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller. Joe Ryan's last 3 starts on the mound, he's only given up 3 runs. He's given up 17 runs in his last 3 starts. I mean, he's looked pretty bad in his last 3 games on the mound here. Minnesota beating Kansas City both games 2-0 in both of them. Yeah, back-to-back shutout games for Minnesota, and yeah, I'm going to stick with the Twins on the road. All right, next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Toronto minus 105 with the over-under at 8. Both teams coming into this 1-1. Toronto, pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jordan Montgomery. Bassett's last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 9 runs. Montgomery has given up 11 runs. St. Louis winning 4-1 yesterday against Toronto. Toronto is 5-2 on the road. I mean, yeah, I think I would take a shot with Toronto plus 1.5 on the road here. You know, both teams taking a win already, and yeah, I'll take Toronto plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Milwaukee plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Brewers is Eric Lauer. Pitching for the Cubs is Jamison Tylon. Both teams are 1-1. Eric Lauer's last 3 starts on the mound, only given up 2 runs. Tylon's given up 7. Milwaukee beating Chicago yesterday 3-1. And yeah, you know, Milwaukee is 4-2 against the Cubs here. I'm liking the Brewers now that they're underdog for this game here. I think it's a good spot for them, and I'm gonna take the Brewers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Oakland Athletics. Angels opening up as road favorites at -155. Oakland +140 with the over-under at 8. Both teams 1-1. Pitching for the Angels is Tyler Anderson. Pitching for the A's is Ken Waldachuk. Anderson, last 3 starts on the mound's only given up 4 runs. Waldachuk giving up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. And what a game yesterday for LA. Just kind of out of nowhere, 13-1. Just an amazing hitting day for the Angels. And yeah, after that game yesterday, I don't know if I could trust the Pirates today. We'll see how they play, but getting beat down like that doesn't make me feel too good about rolling with the A's today. And I'm going to roll with the Angels on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -185. Arizona +150 with the over-under at 8.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 1-2. LA 2-1. Arizona, losing to the Dodgers yesterday 10-1. Just a beat down from the Dodgers. And Zach Davies on the mound here. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Zach Davies, and then pitching for the Dodgers is Noah Syndergaard. Davies' last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 6 runs. Syndergaard's only given up 3, and after that beatdown yesterday, I think I'm going to roll with the Dodgers at home. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as a slight home favorite with the over-under at 8. Guardians coming into this 2-1. Seattle 1-2. Pitching for the Guardians is Cal Quantrill. Pitching for the Mariners as Marco Gonzalez. Quantrill's last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 7 runs. Gonzalez has given up 10 runs. Cleveland back-to-back wins against Seattle, shutting them out yesterday 2-0. And they've played well the last 2 games here. And they are 12-3 on the road, kind of playing well here. I'm gonna take a shot with the Guardians +1.5 on the road. I just like the way they've looked the last two games. Next matchup, we've got the Colorado Rockies versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -215. The Rockies +195 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Rockies is Austin Gomber. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo. Rockies 2-1. Padres 1-2. Gomber's last 3 starts on the mound, he's given up 4 runs. Lugo hasn't pitched since 2020, and in 2020, his last 3 starts, he's given up 13 runs. So we'll see how he plays after, not getting a start on the mound for a couple years. Colorado losing 4-8 yesterday. Not in love with Lugo on the mound for the Padres. I'm still going to take the Rockies +1.5 on the road here. Then the last matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -120. Philly +110 with the over-under at 9. Philly coming into this matchup 0-2. The Rangers 2-0. Pitching for the Phillies is Bailey Falter. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez. Bailey Falter's last 3 starts on the mound's only given up 4 runs. Perez has given up 7 runs. Philly on a 5-game losing streak dating back to last season, obviously, but losing 16-3 against the Rangers yesterday. I mean, man, Rangers have looked very good this series. Philly 0-10 against Texas. 0-9 on the road against Texas here. And I just like the way the Rangers have looked so far to open up the season. And I'm going to roll with the Rangers at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.